Taking question number 4 of exercise 13.3. The question is, in answering a question on a multiple choice test, a student either knows the answer or guesses. Okay, so there are two ways a student is going to answer a question. Either he knows the answer or he guesses it. Okay, now let 3 by 4 be the probability that he knows the answer and 1 by 4 be the probability that he guesses. Okay, so these are the probability for any question of knowing the answer and guessing it. Now, further we have been given that assume that the student who guesses the answer will be correct with probability 1 by 4. So the student who is going to guess the answer, okay, is going to guess it correct by probability 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 is here is different and 1 by 4 here is different. Okay, so the probability that he guesses an answer would be 1 by 4 and the probability he answers it correctly is also 1 by 4. Okay, so there could be confusion at this point, so I have cleared it. Now we have to find what is the probability that the student knows the answer given that he had answered it correctly. Now we have been asked a conditional probability which is to be calculated, that it is given that the student had answered it correctly. Okay, so what is the probability that he knows the answer? So we have to calculate the conditional probability of the student knowing the answer given that he answered it correctly. So let us see how we are going to solve this question. Now, first of all, we assume that E1 be the event that the student knows the answer of the given question, and E2 be the event that the student guesses the answer for the given question. A be the event that the student answers it correctly. Okay, so these three events are very important to be defined. If we define it correctly, then we are going to answer this question without any difficulty. Now, so probability of E1, that the probability that the student knows the answer is equal to 3 by 4. Probability that he guesses the answer is equal to 1 by 4. And we have to calculate the probability E1 given A. Okay, so this we have to calculate. So if we use Bayes theorem, so we have to calculate the probability of E1 given A, and this would be equal to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 upon probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2. Now we know probability of E1, we know probability of E2. We have to calculate the probability of A given E1 and probability of A given E2. Now, probability of A given E1 is the probability that the student answers the question correctly given that he knows the answer. So this probability would be equal to 1 because when a student knows the answer, it would be 100% sure that he answers it correctly. And probability of A given E2 is the probability that the student answers it correctly given that he guesses the answer. So this would be equal to 1 by 4 because it is given to us that on guessing he answers the question correctly, which is having the probability 1 by 4. Okay, so we have calculated each and everything required to be solved. So probability of E1 given A would be equal to 3 by 4 into 1. Okay, that is probability of E1 into probability of A given E1. Okay, similarly this value is going to come here, and probability of E2 is equal to 1 by 4 and probability of A given E2 is also equal to 1 by 4. So on solving it, we are going to get this as equal to 12 upon 13, which is the required answer. Friends, thanks for watching my video. To watch more of these super videos and for the latest updates, subscribe and like the videos on these channels on YouTube, HSK Shiksha and Math Help by HSK. Thank you.